please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Well, the legal experts there of the Congress party, to be fair, I mean, we don't have an official confirmation from the governor just yet, but we are given to understand, as per tweets of BJP MLAs, that Mr. Yeddyurappa is going to be sworn in at 9:30 tomorrow. The Congress saying that the governor is bound by the Supreme Court ruling to call upon H.D. Kumaraswamy as the leader of that post-poll coalition, which is the largest bloc, not the single largest party, but the largest bloc. Manish Tiwari, what now? You know, we've heard from your leaders there saying that we hope that the governor will do the right thing and will do the constitutional and the legal thing. But, you know, we are given to understand that the governor did consult with the former Attorney General, Mukul Rohatgi. We also had Mr. Sorabji, another former Attorney General, saying that he believes the governor would be well within his right to invite the BJP as the single largest party. So clearly, you know, former legal experts and officers of the government and the court would not be advising the governor to do something that's illegal.
Well, Shreen, the difference between earlier situations and the situation in Karnataka is that the governor has a counterclaim of 117 MLAs before him, a counterclaim which suggests that the Congress-JDS coalition is better placed to provide a stable government to the people of Karnataka. So therefore, under those circumstances, if you go by the judgment of the Supreme Court, both in Rameshwar Prasad's case as well as in the Bommai case, the court has administered a clear caution to the governors. And the caution is that they need to act in a manner which constrains or circumscribes or limits horse trading, you know, to the minimal. And if the governor decides to invite the single largest party, which in this case has 104 MLAs, and they have not presented any cogent evidence to the governor that how do they intend getting past the halfway mark, and there are no independents left in that house, the only two independents are supporting the Congress-JDS coalition, it really beats me as to how the governor could have possibly arrived at that decision or is intending to arrive at that decision in the absence of an official confirmation, because propriety would demand that the governor would have to deal in his communique with the reasons as to why he has chosen to reject that claim or / counterclaim, which clearly puts the JDS Congress alliance at least 12 or 13 MLAs ahead of the single largest party.
Right. Manish Tiwari, H.D. Kumaraswamy is reportedly being quoted as saying that let the governor swear Mr. Yeddyurappa in and be happy for a few days. What do you believe is likely to be the strategy? You know, what would you anticipate as being the BJP strategy? I mean, you're sequestering your flock in the Eagleton resorts. The JDS is pretty much doing the same with their MLAs. How would you anticipate the next steps as far as the BJP is concerned?
Well, the next step does not require rocket science to figure out, Shreen. The only step is poaching. So therefore, you have a strange situation, a strange fait accompli,
but it'll be a complicated process.
The
reason I ask you that, because it'll be a complicated process. They will have to get them to either abstain, resign, call by-elections, and so on and so forth. So it's not as easy as we make it sound in TV studios, this whole process.
Well, you're absolutely correct. It's going to be a convoluted, it's going to be an unsavory, it's going to be an unscrupulous, it is going to be a dirty process, for the lack of a better word. And the governor could have avoided all these situations, the use of all these adjectives which characterize the situation which is manifesting itself currently, by simply playing by the constitutional copybook and inviting the coalition which had presented it with the numbers which were past the halfway mark. By not choosing to take that course or by not exercising that option, what the governor is essentially doing is that he's throwing all caution to the winds, and he's essentially opened the doors and windows for at least an attempt at large-scale poaching and a large-scale trading of horses.
We were before this news break. We were chatting with Milan Vaishnav of Carnegie Endowment, and his view was that this is a high-stakes battle as far as the Congress Party is concerned. This is almost an existential moment for the Congress Party, and which is why some would call it desperation to retain power in the state of Karnataka. If you lose the state of Karnataka, if the BJP strategy plays itself out, then what does it mean for the Congress? I mean, it almost echoes what the Prime Minister has been saying, that you will be reduced to Punjab, Puducherry and Parivar.
Well, the Prime Minister is entitled to say what he's articulated, for the simple reason because all that the Prime Minister has done in the past 48 months is that he's spoken and spoken and spoken, and he believes that mera bhashani, mera prasashan hai, and my articulation can substitute for my governance, while everything from the economy to internal security is actually up a creek without a paddle. But let me also tell you that this is a question of constitutional propriety. The governor, as the constitutional head of Karnataka, is duty-bound to uphold the constitution and the letter and spirit of the law. And as Mr. Chitambram was rightly pointing out, under Article 141 of the Constitution, the governor is bound by the Supreme Court judgments. So that by choosing not to do that, he's flouting the principle of propriety. And insofar as Karnataka politically is concerned, I do not agree with the view, and I have enunciated and articulated it ad nauseum, that Karnataka is a bellwether state. Look at the history of Karnataka over the past 10 years. 2008, the BJP wins. 2009, the Lok Sabha turns out differently. 2013, the Congress wins. 2014, the Lok Sabha turns out differently. So therefore, people vote differently in parliament elections, in assembly elections, in Panchayat and Zilla Parishad elections, in municipal corporation elections. The same people will exercise their franchise in different ways, depending upon what is the situation before them and what exactly are they voting for, a state government or a national government. So therefore, the battle for Karnataka is a battle for constitutional propriety, and constitutional propriety demanded that the governor uphold the established canons of who is prima facie past the halfway mark.
Right. Manish, I'll end by asking you, a lot of people were surprised by how quickly the Congress acted in being able to cobble together that alliance with the JDS and presenting its case to the governor. Do you believe that speed is of the essence now to move court as well?
Well, Shreen, it's a classical case of damned if you do and damned if you don't. In the Goa case, we were the single largest. We thought that the governor would at least invite the single largest party before going down the coalition route, and that did not happen. And we were upbraided by the Supreme Court for not presenting our claim. In this particular instance, if we have been a little adept, if we have been more skillful and more malleable, and we presented our claim, we find that claim, despite it being past the post, is unfortunately being ignored.
All right, Manish Tiwari, we'll have to leave it there. Appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV18. Congress leader Manish Tiwari on the developments that have taken place, the story that's playing out now, the governor inviting B.S. Yeddyurappa. That is what we're given to understand via tweets that BJP Karnataka MLAs have put out. There is still no official communique from Raj Bhavan. We'll take a break. A lot more coming up. Don't go anywhere.